Hi, I'm KC, and this video is for parents who struggle to get their kids to pull their own weight around the house. I have long been a big fan of giving children opportunities to work and to take on responsibilities. Children must feel that they are needed in order to grow up happy, healthy, and confident. And so we need to give them those skills and opportunities to practice. And today I want to tell you about a book I read in which one can learn how to parent in such a way that the children do become more helpful. And the name of this book is Hunt, Gather, Parent by Michaeline Duclef. And the subtitle is What Ancient Cultures Can Teach Us About the Lost Art of Raising Happy, Helpful Little Humans. So the lost art that she's talking about is that we humans evolved over tens of thousands of years, and in those years we evolved certain ways of parenting, but that these traditional ways of parenting that worked so well have been lost in our industrial world in the last couple of hundred years. So she visited 3 communities where she could observe these ancient methods of parenting still in use today. One was a Mayan community in Mexico, another an Inuit community in northern Canada, and the third was the Hadzabe community in Tanzania. And it was interesting to her that as far apart as these 3 communities are from each other, that they use very similar parenting techniques. So the thing that struck her perhaps the most was just how helpful the little kids and teenagers are in these communities. And she did not see any job charts hanging on the walls or the refrigerators, but what she did see was, for instance, a teenager coming home from school, seeing dirty dishes in the sink and just washing them up without even being asked. She saw 6-year-olds helping with cooking the meals. She saw older siblings caring for the younger ones and teaching them new skills. In the book, she goes into a lot of very entertaining and interesting stories of what she saw and explains how the parents achieve such good results. And so I recommend that you read the book. And in this little video, I'll just concentrate on one piece of it and hope that it's helpful for you. This how to raise the helpful children, and one tip is to work together with them. Togetherness is a key. So these parents in these communities understand that children have a natural interest in what adults are doing. They see adults doing something, they're interested in seeing what it is and in learning how to do it. And so they naturally, as young children, will come up and express interest in it. And so the key is not to discourage that interest, even if it means that your job is going to take longer and maybe not even get done as well. So here's what these parents do not do when their children try to help. They do not send them away and say, "Oh, honey, go play because I need to do this. This is for adults." Because that discourages the child. The point is we want them to want to help. We send them away and they figure, okay, I guess they don't need my help. The other thing they do not do is, when the child is helping, to correct the way they're working or criticize what they're doing. They want to encourage the child to want to come back, so even if they aren't doing a great job now, they want to just accept it. And another thing they don't do is to redo it or fix what the child has done not so well. It's much better to let the floor be a little bit dirty after that kid vacuumed, or let that folded shirt be a little bit lumpy in the drawer. Much better to let it be not done perfectly But the child feels like, this is my job, I've done it. They will learn how to do it better. Another thing these parents don't do is to praise their child to high heaven for helping. Oh, honey, that's so great the way you help. You are a mother's little helper, aren't you? No, that is because it is normal for kids to help, and we don't want to make a big deal out of it and make them feel like there's something special just for doing something that is so normal. A simple thank you, or touch on the shoulder, a kiss on the top of the head, something to acknowledge that they did help, but no big deal. And finally, they do not force the kids to do the work. They don't say, you must now clean the dishes. Back to the original hypothesis, we're trying to encourage them to want to come back and help again in the future. If they aren't in the mood to help right now, don't force them. But the expectation is there that they will help, that they will do their part. And as Duclef saw, they grew up feeling very happy to help. So one thing that Duclef stopped doing when she got back home from visiting these communities, she stopped taking her 3-year-old Rosie to child-centered activities on the weekend. Now, on Saturday mornings, she and her husband and daughter Rosie spend the morning cleaning the house, all together, wonderful atmosphere, and instead of having a wired, demanding little kid who has been in a high-energy atmosphere all morning and now is bad-tempered, she has a child that feels belonging and significance because she's been contributing to the family. You may know that belonging and significance are 2 buzzwords in positive discipline. If kids feel that way, then they're probably going to be cooperative and helpful. So that's another reason that I like this book so much. Not only do I find it helpful in and of itself, I like the way the teachings that I've been giving through positive discipline, the wisdom of positive discipline, is actually the wisdom of our ancient civilizations, the parenting methods that have been evolved through thousands of years that are really effective. And this is what we do in positive discipline. It's all about encouraging, giving them a sense of belonging and significance, showing confidence in their intelligence to figure out solutions and to learn skills, and to give them the autonomy to do what they feel is right to do, trusting them. So I'm going to finish with a quote or two from this book. Duclef writes, "In the U.S., we feel this enormous responsibility." Oh, by the way, I think it's not only in the U.S. I know another country where I live that also has this. We feel this enormous responsibility to optimize our children. That often means filling their days with non-stop activities or entertainment. This feeling places a heavy burden on our shoulders and fills our minds with omnipresent anxiety. She talks about the benefits of what they call minimal interference, really giving the kids more space, less verbiage on our part. And she writes, minimal interference not only reduces conflict, it also gives children oodles of practice at entertaining and taking care of themselves. And then one more sentence. In essence, if a parent does not demand and control a child's attention, the child won't demand and control the parent's attention. So I hope that's useful for you, and as I say, I recommend the book highly. I also recommend my website. Have a look at what I've written there and maybe sign up for a course. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.